So you have to say well done to everybody at the club. Behind the scenes, they've worked very, very hard to get this game on, and I would suggest that Sheffield Wednesday said the pitch was fantastic. There's no harm. Everything around the ground as well was perfect. So we worked very hard for that. So. To have all that work and then not get a result for them, would have been very difficult. But thankfully, we can all share that result today.
Charlie's goal, of course, Charlie doing what he did well and always does, but great balling from John Paul McGovern. It was a really well crafted goal, wasn't it?
Well, it was, yeah, of course it was, and he does what he does best, doesn't he? I think that the ball that the second run he made, the first run, and came back again, then went in again, and then he got the delivery from JP, inch perfect. But he still got to put in the net, and what a finish that was. It was absolutely a fantastic finish, and something unfortunately or fortunately you come to expect from Charlie.
And I guess with not too many games being on today, unfortunately it will bring him to the attention of many clubs, one would suspect.
It won't be just today that's happened. That
no.
I think he's been on people's radars for a long time. But as long as he's doing well for us, and he gets points and gets winners or whatever goals for us, then that's all we can do. We'll take care of everything else later on.
The equaliser then, your view on that? Now there are several aspects to this, aren't there? Phil Smith brings the player down. Should it be a red card? Should it be a penalty? Whatever. What was your view of that?
Well, we've looked at it again, and we feel that he wasn't the last man anyway, Phil. We felt there was people behind him on the line. I actually didn't see the ball go in the net. I thought he'd gone wide. I thought he'd given a penalty, but not sent the boy off. And then next minute they were celebrating and they got the goal. There's an argument that he should if he wasn't the last man, he should have gone off. But we can't complain about that. I'm not going to be shouting that they want him off. We've had too many decisions go against us this year. I think maybe that's the first bit of luck we've possibly had for a long time. But that is if he was the last man, and there's an argument that he wasn't the last man. So overall, we thank our lucky stars. Yeah, we conceded the goal, but not a man, which obviously helped us in the long term.
And I suppose you could argue that the goal scoring opportunity wasn't denied in the end because of course they scored. So therefore, does that deserve a red card or not? It's an interesting one, isn't it?
Well, there's always an argument. When it's in your court and it's your play, you don't want him sent off. You've had the misfortune of conceding a goal. You don't want a man going at the same time as well. On the other side of it, you can see possibly a game a definite 3 points if you can get a goal up or a goal back in that respect, as it was today, and then down to 10 men, you'd fancy the opposition. But that argument can go on all day long. The referee deemed that he's given the goal, so that's all we can do now. We can't complain about it afterwards. He's made his decision and we have to abide by it.
They're a side obviously pushing up towards the top of the table. You matched them. How pleased were you with that?
I'm delighted with it. Like I said before, the calibre of play that's in Sheffield Wednesday squad there. You've got to admire how well we did today. And we had a bit of luck. They've had chances, we've had chances. They've had decisions for them and against them. We've had decisions for us and against us. But I thought generally the game was a very good game, and I thought it showed a lot of skill, a lot of endeavour in that game. We were fortunate today that we got the result. But if fortune favours the brave, I suppose then we deserved it because we had a real go at it today.
Good finish from John Paul McGovern too. It was an instinctive finish, wasn't it?
It was an instinctive finish, yeah. I mean, the ball that comes in, he turns it around the corner, fantastic. It was. But I thought the general play that we were having at that period was good. We had a lot of possession. We steadied our midfield down. I thought the second half, I thought Prutton and Douglas ran the show, and I thought that in doing that gave us the more than anything the impetus to go forward and get into good positions. I thought on the first half, I thought we were all over the place at times. I thought we were in front of the ball when we shouldn't have been, and vice versa. Second half, we got the play in front of us, and when you do that, when you get players of the calibre of those two, then they are difficult to tie down, and I thought that was a big difference for us today, particularly in when we had that good period of football.
What about David Lucas as well? He's been out through injury, but of course to come in as a goalkeeper, it's slightly different, I guess, as an outfield player. But how do you think he did?
Well, he's your calm boy anyway, so I think coming in against his old club as well, he obviously wants a good result, but he's very calm, and I think in the latter stages of the game you saw his experience, where he's come for balls, he's calmed the team down, he's calmed his back four down in particular, who had to defend really, really doggedly towards the end of the game. But the times when we could slow the game down, he did it, and that's what you want your experienced players in the team for.
And Phil Smith's injury, presumably it's his right arm, I think, isn't it? So what's the problem?
Well, yeah, we don't think there's anything seriously wrong with him, but he just started to stiffen up, and as a goalkeeper, you can't have one-armed goalkeepers, can you?
No.
Well, I don't know many of them anyway. But anyway. So obviously he had to come off, and but we don't think it's too serious.
From a personal point of view, I know you'll say it's just another 3 points, but of course it is a former club of yours as a player and a manager. How satisfying was it?
It was satisfying because we played so well, and that's the nice thing about it. It doesn't really do anything to say you put one over your own club and this that. It never does anything for me, that, because I had great times there. I've had great times at Luton. I've had great times at other clubs. They're just great fond memories, but they are memories. And we move forward now, and I want a lot of memories as I've had before with Swindon if we can.
Crawley on Tuesday, of course. They come thick and fast, and with the incentive of a home match in round 3, big game for you.
Well, it is, as I said before. The next 4 games, including today, it's a big ask for us. But we're confident we can do it, and we'll never underestimate them. As I said after the game at Crawley, now we know a little bit more about them. We know a little bit more about the players. We know a little bit more how good a team they are, and we have to be at our best to get through the tie. And they will still fancy the chances. It's a good incentive for both clubs. But obviously the edge will be with us, simply being at home and being a Football League club. But we won't give us any right to get through. We'll have to earn that right.